Hi everyone, good evening to all. Happy Navratris. I'm Ritu Jain. I'm an international parenting coach for autism, ADHD, speech delay and behavioral challenges. And I'm a detoxification expert and an aromatherapist for more than 9 years of experience and served more than 1,700 parents till date. I'm a twin mom and I'm more than happy today for meeting powerhouses. So let me introduce Geetha ji. So her name is Geetha Rsvishankar. She is an amazing emotional intelligence leadership coach and author of two powerful packed books. One is Test Your Wings and another one is Power Your Wings, available on Amazon and Flipkart, and would redefine power for high performance movements. So, through her signature framework in internal governance and boundaries intelligence, she helped leaders move beyond burnout, overthinking, and emotional overloads into a state of calm authority. And the results are women who think clearly, protect their mental bandwidth, and command the room without losing themselves. And it is must read for all mothers as well because dealing with kids is really challenging nowadays. And let's introduce our another speaker here today, Rosy Iyenkutty. Isn't it just an image consultant? She is a transformation architect, founder and CEO of Radical Image Consulting. She brings 20 plus whopping years of expertise in psychology, neuroscience, and leadership to help individuals and organizations to show up with clarity, confidence, and credibility through her signature ABCDE framework. I mean, it is really tempting because that is appearance, behavior, communication, digital identity, and emotional balance. She has empowered thousands to rewire limiting beliefs and unlock their authentic potential. An internationally certified coach, award winning entrepreneur, and world record speaker, Rosy blends science with soul to create lasting personal and professional breakthrough. Amazing. Hats off to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, as our life is about come alive, so what does it mean to you, Geetha?
To come alive,
Yes.
for me, coming alive means to be your authentic self. We are all born to live one life that is our own. But as women, we forget to live our life. We live so many lives for others, forgetting ourselves. For me, being alive means living your life as well to the fullest and to the maximum with authenticity and without guilt that you are living your life.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Your heart is full of light. I
Thank
can
you.
say this. And what about you, to Rosie? If I can ask you the same question, what does come alive means to you?
Okay, to come alive means we all have the typical translation, like, no, when we are born, we come alive from our mother's womb. And as women, when we give birth, yes, we all have a rebirth that everybody says, like, no, you are born again. So delivering two children, yes, it was the second birth. I also had a history of Guillain-Barré syndrome where I was completely paralyzed for one whole year. Even my foot pipe was closed. And that moment was a fighting battle where I was never wanted to give up and I wanted to come alive. And now I no longer live for myself. I live for others, where I wanted to transform others and help them to come alive. So this is my goal right now that I'm working on. So there would have been multiple births in this one birth itself for me.
My God, amazing. You're a warrior in that case.
Thank you.
A true warrior. And that is the reason you are solely so aligned that you are supporting thousands and thousands of person around you. So that is called the inner excitement, which women sometimes lose.
Very true.
Okay, great, great, great. So it will going to be a very, very interactive session. So my first question goes to Rosie. What is the moment in your life I'm sorry, we need to play one video first.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Can we have this video, Asha, if you can?
Full stories only happened to few women. Until we walked into this room, real women from across the globe, sharing stories that made us feel seen and heard. One woman talked about failing her business multiple times before finally breaking through. Another shared how she rebuilt herself from scratch. These aren't polished TED talks. They're raw, honest conversations, and they stay with you. This is Come Alive. Real stories, real women. Powered by Women's India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, connecting women across the globe.
So without further delay, let me ask you my first question. What is the movement in your life when everything looks fine on the outside, but inside you were quietly fighting? And how did you find your way through?
Okay, so as a woman, I never took a break in my career at all. So I was continuously working. And for my first daughter, I had only 3 months of break. And for my son, I had on 6 months of maternity leave. But I never wanted to take a break at all. Though I was working continuously for the corporate, there was one question, that is, where is my identity? That's been pushing me all the time. Like, no, how will people know me as? Am I just going to be another one person in the world? Or am I going to create some impact in somebody's life? That question was battling in me for several years. And finally, I decided, okay, this is not where I belong. I probably have to start something new. And then I went on a race where I wanted to equip myself so that I can position myself different in the competitive world. And then I started doing multiple certifications, and that's when I started my own business. So I wanted to have that identity for myself, and that was the one question that always pushed me to, like, no, come out and start something on my own. Though I'm getting the salary, I had a beautiful family, I have everything. I was born with 9 siblings, so everything was very beautiful when people are looking at me. But inside, I was battling with this one question: okay, where is my identity? What is the purpose of my life? How do I go about figuring it out? And how do I make some meaningful impact in somebody's life? So this was a question that was pushing me, and I decided, okay, I have to really do this thing. And that is the battle, and that's the question that was bothering me so much.
Awesome, awesome. Every woman, I believe, is dealing with this kind of a thought process, because around us, there are many people who are bound to teach us, guide us, handhold us. So it's beautiful. So let's come to Geetha. The same question.
Mhm.
What is a moment in your life when everything looks fine on outside, but inside you were quietly fighting with your own self, and how did you find your way through?
Okay. I had been an educator for 25 years. Had worked with multiple organizations, worked with many teachers as a teacher trainer, had worked with students across the globe. Okay. But something shifted on November 25, 2022. And that date and time is etched on my heart. The time was 4:45 p.m. I lost my mom. And that moment, something broke. Something definitely broke inside me. The reason being, I had always been the strong one. The eldest being in the family, I had always been the strong one, carrying everything, work, family, everything together. And I had never been the best child or the favorite child of my mom. And I have never stood up by her principles, telling you very factly, frankly. But at that point of time, when something broke, I realized that I was a highly functioning hollow shell. I was winning everywhere, at work, at present, in the family, everywhere. My presence was there. But silently, something had been dead inside me, probably long ago. But that realization hit me at that moment. And because I had been carrying that strong woman tag all my life, I had gone invisible. I was someone who was needed everywhere, but the visibility was lost. And that visibility and that needness, that was the moment it struck me. And I realized that it is not just me. It's not just about me. It's about so many women out there. I was an ugly duckling in my family. But that moment of strength that you carry on, even through the functions and everything of my mom, I did everything. And she had been a lifelong giver. She gave while she went as well. Her physical remains is still with the Kalmasheri Medical College for research. She, she is someone who taught me giving is important. And that is the legacy that I carry. And that is from where I begin. Because that is where I realized that I had been losing something out from doing what I was born to do. I haven't done it because she never insisted. She wanted me to do it, but never insisted on it. And from that moment, something that broke inside me, it took me 2 years of rebuilding the 25 years that I had lost. I had lost 25 years. I haven't written a single word, though I knew I had been a good writer all my life. But that 1 year, on her first anniversary, I released my first book, Test Your Wings. A month later, I released my second book, Power Your Wings, because she wanted me to write. And those words came out in 1 year. That which did not came out for 25 years was within me. It came out in just 1 year, 2 books at the same go. And then I realized what I was doing was a limited assessment that I was doing. It was not to be that way. She never meant it for me in that way. And that is why I undertook so many training programs and everything. From 2022 to 2024, I had been doing all kind of trainings so that I am better equipped to reach out to the women out there and to help them with whatever I can. So I left teaching completely and shifted myself. I have built myself from scratch at the age of 52.
Awesome.
Today, I am doing what gives me the immense joy. And from being needed to being visible, to being cherished and being nourished, I have become the woman that my mom wanted me to be. So this is what I also carry out to all the women out there. There is one life. There's only one life. Be the giver, but also be the receiver. There is a saying in Hindi, देते वक्त नाप कर देना चाहिए और कहाँ दे रहे हैं, किसको दान दे रहे हैं, पता होना चाहिए. So do that. Be the giver all your life, but also cherish yourself and be a good receiver as well. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. But at the same time, we need to understand that giving should start within. First,
Yes,
we should
absolutely.
serve ourselves. And
Yes.
especially, unfortunately, with the girls community and from the very childhood age, we get labeled, khana
Yes.
tumhe banana hai. You have to do this. Why? And we are taking it seriously.
Right.
Absolutely not. Cooking, it starts with the king. It has king. So technically, male should cook the food, right? Not women, right? Cooking. So it's a simple word. So we need to be like being a girl child mom. I'm raising her like the way I am not raised, to be honest. And we should respect.
Yes, absolutely.
They should be vocal because
Yes.
at the end of the day, there is only one life. And women's are Venus is more powerful than Mars nowadays, right? So my second question goes to Geetha ji. To you. In becoming the woman you are today, what part of yourself did you have to let go of, and do you ever miss her?
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. After the 2 years of juggling with my health, in which 3 surgeries and multiple medications were required after my mom's passing away, I let go of that part of me, which I now call as the janitor, the version who felt responsible for everybody else's emotion, everybody's baggages I was carrying. I let go of her, and I let go of her for good. If you ask me, do I miss her? Oh, yes, I do miss her at times, because when I'm doing everything myself, there is kind of precision in everything, right? I miss that precision. But I let go of her for the very good, because when I let go of her, not only am I living the life that I am designed to be, but I'm also making people realize that there are responsibilities to be shared. There are responsibilities that they also need to carry forward. It's not a single man show or a single woman show. And I am not going to be traded for responsibilities and emotional baggages of others. They have to take their own responsibility. And in that trade, whatever I have left go of, that is the janitor of the emotional janitor in me, I'm very happy she is gone. And I'm not going to take her back. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. It's not my monkey, it's not my circus. As simple as that.
Yes.
Great. Every person, actually, not only the women, but the males, everybody should follow this. We should not we are not answerable to everybody. Like in Hindi, we used to say, what char log kya kahenge? I mean, who are these poor people around us? So let them decide and think what they want to, but we should follow our instincts.
I could also add, Ritu, there is one more conditioning that women are born and brought up with. That is, you have to be strong enough and you have to carry the weight of everyone else. No, you need not have to be the backbone for everyone. Everyone has their own backbone. So they can stand up, they can speak for themselves. So please let yourself take the back seat and relax a bit.
And that is the reason ADHD among girls are not dying. Still, it's a taboo that, oh, girls never had ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But girls are also having, because it's fixed that whatever the emotions you are having inside, you have to
Come
give a
on.
smiling face to others. And that is the reason girls are really struggling to get the diagnosis for ADHD. So it's really a heartfelt conversation we are having today. So, Rosy, the same question with you. In becoming the woman you are today, what part of yourself did you have to let go of? And do ever miss that part of your life?
Okay, this is a beautiful question, but to answer this, let me reflect on my own life. To stand a woman today that I'm right now, I never did this by adding things to my life. I did this by only letting go of a lot of things. Fear of judgment, companions, friends, getting validation from others, approvals from others, fear of failure. What do I say? Like whatever that was holding me back, that I was like, no, thinking, okay, a woman has to be this way, and this is how she's been conditioned. And being born in the ninth child, like what Geetha ma'am was saying, that she was never the loving child. Yes, I was the same case. So it was always the leftover for me from my siblings who was in my thing. So right from the dress, from footwear, from a ribbon, everything is like, no, it is a second and only what we get. So that has made me, okay, this is what I am worth about. So, and over a period of time, when I started realizing, okay, this is not where I wanted to fit in, I decided to take that big leap. So in that journey, I had to let go of many things in my life. And if I turn back and say like, no, there are a lot more things, and people who interact with me now recently, they'll also like, no, you don't sound like the other person, because I have changed myself for good. So they don't even see the traces of me before, because I have transformed, and I don't have to fake myself. I just have to like, no, be very strong in what I've decided to become. So yes, in this journey, I had to let go of a lot of the things, and that is the only thing that made me to stand very stronger. If you ask me whether I miss that girl, I don't miss her, but I respect her a lot, because with that little awareness that she had, she lived her life to that extent. But because she was in that level, that pushed me to this level. So I was able to identify my own self, and I was able to come out stronger only because she was that timid and that naive girl. So I really respect her for who she was, and that memories will cherish. So I have transformed myself to become a very stronger woman, to tell people like, no, I've been there, so walk this step. So there is nothing like no flashy to start. Don't always wait for a perfect timing or a perfect position to get started with anything. Start getting dirty. Even all the beautiful things grow in this world looks dirty at the beginning, right from a seed, right from the plant gets rise. Even the baby that inside the womb wouldn't look that appealing at the initial stage. So when you're actually wanting to give birth, okay, to your dream or your desire, it has to look ugly, and that is a sign you're on the right track. So I don't miss her, I just respect her, and that I'm happy with the way I've transformed now.
Great, great, great. So if your, Geetha ji, the question is for you.
Yes.
If your story could help another woman feel less alone, what is the one truth you would want to hear?
Okay. The truth is, we are all after success. We want to hear success stories, right? But I tell you, failures teach you more than any success has ever taught anyone. So I am more fascinated about that messy part. As Rosy said, it is that messy part, the incomplete part, the unfinished thing, the dirty things, the results that went away without being realized, the things when you were said no, and when you were incomplete, you felt insulted, you felt like you were nowhere reaching somewhere. Those part, the middle part, where you have started but you have not yet reached the end, that middle part, the messy, dirty part, is what you should be sharing and I should be sharing, because it is that part that gives any other woman out there the strength to continue. Oh, she has also been there, she has also seen it, she has also faced it, so I can also do it, I might also be able to overcome it. That messy story is what I want every woman to share to the other one, so that she gets strength out of you to continue forward with the journey that she has already started, but doesn't have the courage to continue. Your story must give her the courage to continue further and finish it to the finish point. Because my coach always used to say, whatever you start, get it to the finish line. That is where your story lies. And so, as I would like to continue with, any women out there, you are better than you believe. You're more courageous than you can ever see yourself to be. And you're born for greatness. So do it anyway. Be it dirty, be it pretty, be it anyway. Just do it anyway. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful answer. So same question goes to Rosy. If your story could help another woman feel less alone, what is the one truth you would want her to hear?
Okay. Like Geetha ma'am was saying, that every story has to be said out. It took almost like 13 years for me to come out and tell my story. I buried that within myself, thinking people will start thinking bad about me, or they will think that I'm trying to get empathy, or they might not give me a good position because I'm a sick child. So I never wanted to have that story any way out. So I was protecting it like my life. So where I worked for one organization for 11 years, nobody knows what I went through. So I kept that so hidden. 1 year of paralysis, and I was not able to move. A lot of self-doubt creeped in, and I was just 20 when I was experiencing it. So with a girl with all those dreams, undergoing that, I never wanted to say the story, because the world will not be receiving it. One day when I decided, you know what, there is a time that everyone gets, right? There'll be a push from inside, like, no, no, you have to do this. So one such situation is when there was a Women's Day that was happening in an organization where I was hosting it, and the person who's supposed to do a motivational talk didn't turn up. So it was a 20-minute slot. As a host, we have that clock ticking on us, and we have to run. So I was thinking, okay, let me go ahead and say a cat story, a horse story, or whatever I wanted to say to motivate them. Then finally, I ended up like, okay, why not let me tell my story, but I shouldn't reveal my identity because I don't want to be exposed. And I did tell that story, and first time I'm witnessing everybody breaking down in that complete hall, and I didn't know how to handle. So that was the moment I decided, okay, if this story has this kind of an impact on the women that I'm witnessing right now, why shouldn't I be taking this out? And I don't know, from nowhere that BBC News came in and they started taking this stories out. Dinatandi came and they started taking stories out. So all I would tell the women right now is, you don't have to look okay to start anything. It is okay to be tired. It is okay to be like, no, lazy. It is okay to be, but don't give up on anything. All I want you to do is continue what you're doing, and what Geetha ma'am was saying, go to the finish line, because most of the people, I do run something called a 5 a.m. club. So it's like morning we connect with people. One thing that everybody will say, like, no, I don't have confidence. How does the confidence comes in unless or until you try all the things? Unless or until you wanted to go to the finish line. So you keep breaking your self-esteem again and again just by starting thing. And when it feels like, no, very rough road, you're like, no, 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 this is not for me. Let me go back. And again, you'll have to start from the scratch. So to any women who's looking at this or listening to this, all I would say is, you don't have to be okay in order to, like, no, it doesn't have to look rosy or all well when you're actually starting something. But all I want you to do is start.
Yes.
Let go of certain things that is bothering you so much and start for real. And that is where you will find your own identity. So this is something that I wanted to tell all the women's here.
Wonderful. And anyhow, life is the roads. Life is always under construction.
True. Very true.
So we should understand that also. Like, nobody is perfect, because sometimes women take a back seat because they want to be perfectionist at every stage. But perfection again comes with the practice, right? So it's a very heavy one, answers, and everything is really heavy. So let's have some fun questions,
Okay.
right? Rapid fire kind of. So what's a random compliment you received that you still remember, Rosy?
Your smile is good. You're very confident. You're positive. So this is something that I get from almost all the people who I meet.
Oh, that's good. And rainy day or golden hours, Geetha?
Rainy days.
Oh, wow. Okay, why?
Because that brings out the best in you. The golden hours already has the best in you, right? The rainy day brings out what you do not know about yourself, and that is the best part of you.
That is 100% true. Okay. So for you, Rosy, what about, like, you like voice notes or a long text?
Now I'm preferring voice notes, but before this, I used to do a long text.
Yes. And in current phase of your life was a color, what it would be, Geetha ji?
Mine would be violet,
Wow, my favorite.
because that symbolizes two things very close to my heart. One is emotions, and the second is spirituality. And all that I do is combine both to reach out to women and help them out. So it's very close to my heart, and that is the color that I take everywhere.
Yes, and it is a color of humanity, like it is connected to the females. And it is a beautiful angel color as well. So
Yes.
it's a beautiful color. Okay, one last question. What's one tiny rebellion you secretly enjoy, Rosy, as you are having 9 siblings? So must be having something rebellious in you.
A tiny rebellion you're asking about, is it?
Yes.
I don't know, it's just wanting something for my own
Yes,
That is
because
one
you
thing
have
that I
shared,
want.
yes, you have shared
Yes.
everything of your sibling.
Yeah,
Like,
so
not
it's the priorities. I want to enjoy that. So that is one thing that I would always want to fight for.
and anything else?
Um, uh, no, I think those girl and me have changed. Maybe I don't see anything right now, but that's one thing. Importance is something that I always want to be like, no, I always rebel for.
Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. So it's really a heartfelt conversation. So I'll give the mic to Mamtaji now.
Okay.
Uh, Hi, Mamta. Please introduce yourself.
Sure, sure. Hi, it was very inspiring, wise lessons that were shared. And thanks so much to both Geetha and Rosy for bringing in such a, we literally could really feel your experiences. That was the beauty of the entire talk. Very quickly, just to summarize, I think there's so many beautiful things, but I could make a note of quite powerful words and few key points. Just I will take through that. I'm Mamta. I'm a corporate trainer and a learning consultant, and being a part of Wiki, it's been a pleasure to be a part of this wonderful group with so many different varieties of additions people bring in here. It's a beautiful experience to be a part of this. And I think there were quite a few beautiful points what you all mentioned. Number one is authenticity. Being authentic is the whole game what women have to be in today. That was a very strong, like you said, that a strong women tag that I really liked. We need to really change and modify, a little polishing we need to bring. That is a very beautiful takeaway for all the women over here. And giving is a legacy. This is so beautifully brought out. Giving is a legacy. That I think, Geetha, you mentioned that you have been taking it through. The same thing I take it from my parents as well, because I've always seen them, giving in terms of knowledge, in terms of making people become independent. I think that was a very powerful message to all women over here. Then learn from failure stories. That's something a new thing, because everywhere people are chasing those success stories, and people think that's the only way to learn. I think it
Mhm.
was we turned the tables today, and I think that was a big lesson where you please go back and check on what those failures really make people become. Thanks so much for that beautiful message. And also, you mentioned about that just do the things, don't wait for that to be perfect, or it needs to be in a particular format or a structure. Unfinished insults, handle all this confusion and doubt, but go ahead and do it. There's a very beautiful saying which says that show up, show up, show up. That makes a huge difference. I think
Mm.
that was, Geetha, most of the points which I could take, the very powerful things what I really liked from your talk. Um, and then live for others, Rosie. It was so beautiful. I think that is what women really have to change their, probably bring in another aspect of what people do. I think that you said live for others and having an identity. That was very beautiful. Have an identity for yourself, create that. And it's a process, like how you've gone through your own whole journey. So I think that is required for people to form an identity. And one more big message is let go, letting
Mm.
go things. I think it was very powerful. So what are we gain a lot by letting go. I think that's the toughest to do. It's a big test in an exam for people to let go. They need to really try and practice,
Cringe on
consistently
to.
practice. Yes, I think that's very tough. It can be small habits, certain things where we have very bad kind of experiences which we have gone through. I think that is a beautiful message. I think immediately we all can apply this. I think I'll start from the next hour, especially this let go of a lot of things. And then flashy, no need to have that flashy and very glamorous kind of women should I be, no need not. I think that was a very powerful message. Initial things are going to be the not so good, not really nice, very bad, messy, dirty. I think we really give a lot of beautiful synonyms to that as well. And overall, I can say that I think people have really taken these very powerful messages from you all. And I would like to actually thank Vicky, as a part of the organization who brings in, and a very big clap to Asha, who is the president, and Vinisha, who is the vice president, and a very big thanks to Ritu, who entirely moderated this beautiful session, and a special thanks to Padmaja, who's always been there inspiring, motivating, and a big clap to her as well. And we will take up two to three questions from the audience. And then we will wind up. So, any questions from the audience, you can put it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and then you can ask a question.
I can see
Ashwini,
my
I
own
think we
hand.
have. Ashwini,
Yes.
over to you.
Hi. Geetha, so inspiring to hear from you, especially the thing about your mom, what you were saying. A lot of stories in my head, which is
Thank
going.
you.
I don't have any questions though, because I was just thinking in everything. And showing up is something which I heard from both of you. It makes so much sense. Rosy, I've met you through Angel in TT Network, so I've seen you. I know you.
yeah.
Yeah, I was so happy to see your photograph, and I was like, hey, I know Rosy, so brings home a lot of memories. I met you about a year ago, and I know you're fab in front of when you're on stage. I got to know a lot of new things as well. What I did want to mention is thank you for being very, very real. I hosted the last session. I know that this is something which is coming throughout, and in whole of Wiki, we try to keep it as authentic, as real. So I definitely want to say thank you to the both of you to bring in that authenticity.
Thank you.
And I know it is, I was nervous when I was hosting last week's session. So great job, Ritu and Mamta. And one of the things which we kept as a challenge is we'll try and come as much as on camera as possible. I'm totally camera shy, but that's a challenge which I've taken this year. And no, at least once I'm going to go. So thank you. And I'll leave the space for the other audiences to ask their questions.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashwini.
Thank you, Ashwini.
So,
Harshvita,
hi all.
as the
Yes.
second question goes from her.
Yes. So, hi Geetha ma'am and hi Rosy. So, I've
Hello.
heard you saying that giving and letting go is one of the most important parts of like knowing yourself and understanding your purpose. So, it is easier said than done. So, how do you
Absolutely.
actually go forward for it? How do you actually started doing it?
Harshvita, if I can answer that,
Yeah.
the thing is, letting go is not easy. It's
Yes,
like taking a
exactly.
part of you out, right?
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
until and unless you do that, you cannot transform. You cannot go ahead. And I tell you one more thing very precisely. If you
Yes.
don't let go of things, nature will make you do it in the harshest way possible. So it is better
Okay.
if you know that this is something which is not adhering to your personality or your way of life or your mission in life, let go of things as early as possible, because I
Okay.
kept clinging to it. I didn't want to leave. I kept holding all my responsibilities. And
Okay.
ultimately, I landed up in the hospital for 2 complete years,
Okay.
had multiple surgeries, and had many health issues. And then
Okay.
I realized that I was holding on to so much that I should have given away quite a long time before. And
Okay.
one more thing is, when you keep clinging to things, I'm sure it manifests in your body.
Okay.
Things that you should let out should be let out. If you are clinging on to it, it affects your emotion, it affects your health, because these emotions get stored in your body in multiple areas as multiple traumas and issues. And then
Okay.
they manifest as a big disease. Okay. So it is better. Your gut is the biggest brain. There are 3 brains in human body. Okay. We all
Okay.
believe this is the biggest head that no, you have this also as a brain. That is a,
Okay.
and the third brain is your gut. The
Okay.
moment your body cringes, tightens, or says no to anything, remember this is a warning. Remember
Okay.
this is a warning that this is not for you. Let
Mm.
go of it. However close, however fond you are of those things, if your body tightens around it or your body feels a no signal to you,
Mm.
that is the biggest signal that you should always hear to. Let go
Okay.
of it. And
All
when
right.
I let go of those things, that was when I had that transformation in myself. So with every woman I have worked with, I have seen that their body gives us a relatable signal, a signal so profound, they realize it. They feel that tightness in their body and still continue doing it and then end up in the hospital. So
Okay.
please, whenever you feel the tightness in your body, there is a strange feeling of saying no when a person is coming, when there is a talk about something, there is an issue going on, or you are on a project and the project is not in sync with you.
Mm.
Have the guts to say, no, thank you.
All right. And one more thing, I just wanted to say thank you for both of you to actually have shared the not so fancy part of the achievements. I feel that was very important to acknowledge and grow. And I read a quote this morning. It's like you're not afraid of actual failure. You're afraid of the image what people think when you fail. So the
Absolutely.
Yes.
moment you realize that okay, this strong image actually is a hollow self of myself,
Hmm.
you transform. So that was one thing which I could relate from whatever I have read today morning. So thank you very much for the session.
Maybe
Ashwita,
one more thing I can probably add to what Geetha ma'am was saying. When you really wanted to let go of things, list down what are the things that is stopping you from progressing, and
Okay.
take one step at a time.
All right.
If you're going to
yes.
take everything at a time, it's going to be like no too much overwhelming and you will break. So
Yes.
list down all those things that is stopping you from the version that you wanted to become, and
Mm.
have those lists and remove each one by one in a periodical time, and it becomes much easy because the one step that you're leaving, it will boost your confidence graph, and then eventually you will start letting go of the other things. So it becomes much easier when you know, and write it with pen and paper and see for yourself what are the things that is holding you back, and that will give you a clarity on where you stand. Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much, Rosie. I'll take that up.
We have a question from Asha. Asha, I think over to you for the question.
Thank you, Mamta. I think it's a fabulous conversation that's happening here. Thank you so much, Geetha and Rosie, for being here. And the question that I have is for Geetha. Geetha, you did mention about visibility, right?
Yes.
And a couple of our banners that we work on also says lead with visibility, right? So relating to that, but this is a strong question that I have, and I have seen this contradicting with the years of experience and people that we work with at the global level as well.
Mhm.
Visibility versus credibility,
Mhm.
right? So, Saurabh, how do you balance that out? And
Yeah.
do you hold more?
Actually, both are important. There is a fine balance between them. Okay. There's a fine balance between them. But because women are conditioned in a way to carry much more than they can actually carry, or they should be carrying, we have the habit of doing and being the busy worker. I call it the busy worker syndrome. Everything should be done by me. Everything should be in control of me. Everything is in my control. No, please. That is not credibility. That is not visibility. Neither of them. Credibility is getting the result. If you are getting results and just your involvement is there, that is enough. If you are a leader, you are not supposed to do things. Your responsibility is to get the result out of it. And your visibility is not what you see of yourself. You might see yourself as a great leader. That is not visibility. Visibility is when the other person says, Geetha, you are a leader. That is visibility. In that visibility, there are three things that needs to be taken care of. One, the other's perception. How do they perceive you? You should be in check of that. Second, your body language. Very important, very important. The way you carry. Do you have a slump shoulder, or you take your shoulder wide and walk into the room with as if you are the lion in the room? Or are you carrying the guilt of everything being done together, the carrier? Take care of your body language. The third is your speech. Many people forget that it is not just the words that you speak, it is the pitch in which you speak, the tone that you speak in. Something said as "you are beautiful" could be hurting to someone, and it could be different for someone else. A simple sentence as "you are beautiful." If I say this to a female, she will like it. But if I say the same to the male, he might not perceive it in the same manner, right? So when you speak, the way you enter, the way you carry yourself, everything matters. Presence is built on these three things: the way you show up, the way you carry yourself, and the way others perceive you. You have to be in check of that perception, because it is not what I see of myself in the mirror. So credibility is important. Credibility is the result that you bring out, the thing that you deliver. That brings in credibility. But that alone doesn't work. There is a fine balance of visibility as well. You are a wonderful leader. You perform very much. But if you do not have the visibility, you will not get promoted. Nobody is seeing you as a leader then. You're doing everything. You're just becoming the doer then. So there's a fine balance between the two, and you have to match it very precisely so that you carry yourself forward, and the things that you carry forward is visible in others' eyes. I hope, Asha, I have answered you.
Very, very well responded, in fact, and thank you so much. Rosy, if you have a perspective on it, would love to hear from you as well.
Yeah, maybe credibility is something people have trust on you that you're good at it. Visibility is you. How do you want others to see you as?
Mhm.
As an image consultant, like what Ritu ma'am was actually introducing me. She said that ABCDEF concept. When I was working for a corporate, I have this in the podcast as well. So my manager used to say, like, no, sell yourself, sell yourself, sell yourself. And I be like, no, what is that sell yourself? Why is it you keep saying this again and again? So when I used to have that argument with her all the time, now I know the reason. Now I know the importance of selling myself. Unless or until I know what I am good at, Mamta, Jennifer, or Ashwini is not going to know even whether I exist or not. So visibility is always all about telling others what are you good at, and credibility is people trusting you that you are the one who's boss at it, and you have lived it, you have proved it, and that is the credibility. So this is what is the difference that I do. And nowadays in this generation, I would say creating a digital asset for yourself creates a lot of visibility for your own self. And this 10-10-10 rule that I always say, 10 meters away people are going to notice you what you wear. 10 the 10 feet away people are going to notice your body language, on how you sit, how you stand, how you have your eye contact, your everything. And the last 10 words that comes out of your mouth is going to determine who you are. Are you a person who's going to, like, no, give some comment on somebody, or the choice of words that you're taking from others, the one that you use to describe others, all these things will define your personality altogether. So to anybody, for the matter of factor, if you wanted to be successful, you wanted to create a visibility and a credibility altogether, work from your A to E. So your appearance, behavior, communication, your digital presence, your emotional intelligence and etiquettes, you're done. You're success.
Thank you so much, Rosy. That was excellent. I'm not sure if we would be able to watch the A to E in any of your podcasts. Would love to share that with all of us.
Yeah, please.
We're part of it and beyond.
Yes.
Complete wiki.
I have added an F also towards it, which is called feedback, because we all resist to get feedback. So I've added an F towards it. Like, no, you have to be open enough to give a feedback, as well as you need to be open enough to receive a feedback. It can be anything. So I have added an F recently to my success formula.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Geetha and Rosy, for
Thank you, Asha.
sharing your response and perspectives. I think that's very relatable and practical as well, which is helpful for people to really look at it and practice and analyze. Thank you.
Thank you, Asha.
Rosy, can you just come again on the ABCDEF? A is appearance, B is
appearance, behavior, communication, digital presence, emotional intelligence, and etiquettes towards it, and then F is feedback.
Thank you.
Rosie, I just compliment you. That was a wonderful thing. A, B, C,
Oh,
D.
thank you so
and
much.
last one, F. That is the most important.
Yes.
I'm going to take whatever you just you and with Geetha on LinkedIn. So my digital presence, I'm acting right away, and soon we will work on the other stuff. From Wiki, and we've got some great speakers. We're calling everybody back. So Asha, there's a lot of work for us. As soon as this session goes, half an hour, 1 hour is not enough.
True.
Any other questions? Anybody would like to ask any other question? Ritu, I think, wanted to ask. Ritu, over to you. You can ask the question.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ritu Asrani from Mumbai, and it was wonderful hearing you both. This is the first time I'm attending the meet, and it was really wonderful. And Geetha ma'am, you were so inspiring. Like, I'm going to follow your advice and guidance in future. I think you really have the qualities of a leader. And
Thank you, Ritu.
and Rosie, I totally identify with you. I face a similar problem. Like, I don't like to speak. I always try to, although I'm going through a lot, but I try to put up a brave face, brave front. Like,
Strong one.
everything is fine. I'm fine. I'm perfect. Okay. But when you came out with a story, like you said, at an event, and what do you feel? Like, you think you did the right thing, and after that it changed your life completely? Or like, if you would have continued hiding your story, that would have been better. Like, I want to know your insights, because I too feel like coming out with my story then.
Okay, so to answer this question, when I first witnessed people's emotions, when I shared my story, it was too much for me to handle, because right from the people from top management to every women or there are like no bursting out, and it was too much for me to handle. But trust me, that is the only story was brought me out from the corporate life to becoming a businesswoman right now. And that was the story actually, like, no, pushed me out. And see, anything that happens in life has a purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
So that I underwent there made me stronger, so that I can go let this story to anyone. So that is not anything that happens in your life is not something to that you can, like, no, bottle it and keep it. No, you need to let go. You need to tell others the good things, how you fought the battle, how you were able to come out, because there is somebody who is battling that battle very silently, and they don't know the let out for that. So your story can be an answer for many people, and it can be an inspiring story. So I would strongly recommend you waiting to hear your story as well. So it was not easy for me to initially open up the story, but trust me, that is the only thing that brought me out.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Rosie. I think I'll take your advice. I'll also come out with my story soon.
Wishing you all the very best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was
People are-
wonderful.
And nowadays, people are more transparent, more real. They
Yes.
really love to connect you if you will share your own story,
Yes.
journey of your life.
Very true. Very true. I agree
So-
with you. Yes.
So Ritu, yesterday I was watching something, and I'll just take a minute. It says that if you're beautiful, or if you have, every person is given unique gifts. For example, if somebody is very good looking, they never look at themselves in the mirror and enjoy their beauty. It's only when you share it, somebody else will look at your beauty and say, wow. It's the same thing with experiences. And that was such an eye-opening thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I have a gift, like if I know I can make someone laugh, how long will I go to make myself laugh? Only when I share it, it doubles. So
Correct.
that's, experiences, gifts, everything. And I'm so charged up with this conversation. It's beautiful. Asha, I'm telling you, this 1 hour will not work. We can just, if it's going to be this authentic and so good, and such good speakers and good audiences, we'll need to do like day long, and we can just, we can spread so much of goodness around. So, yeah.
Ashwini, here is the phrase that always we share, na? Sharing is caring.
Caring.
Actually, this
Absolutely.
is here where it
Absolutely.
takes the actual part.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm just thinking, if virtually all of us are so authentic and we can feel the energy, imagine if we are all in person. It will be such a big party. It will be so good, So, yeah. I'm sure. And now I've put the seeds to Asha. So very soon we will have such kind of, retreats across all cities. At least that's what we hope to do.
Wonderful.
That would be great. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was really, I think I made the best decision of the day today by attending this meeting. I got to learn so much. Congratulations to each one of you for being part of this.
Thank you.
Thank
Before
you.
we end, I just want to add one more thing.
Yes, please.
As Asha said, and as Mamta said, I have 2 books that are available on Amazon and Flipkart, right? Both the books have stories from my life. If you enjoyed hearing it from me, I have more stories in there. Each chapter has stories from my life because it is what that made me what I am today. And at the end of each chapter, there is also an exercise that I did for myself. So you can do for yourself as well. And discover what is hidden inside you. The best part is, if you want to have an author's signed copy, reach out to me.
Sure. That would be wonderful.
I have that option too. So anyone wanting to have an author signed copy, I have it for you. Reach out to me.
Great.
Thank you so much, Geetha. You've already given the bonus to people who
Thank you.
were waiting for. Thanks a lot for that.
Mm.
I think there is something amazing for the audience. Just the last part of the announcement, very quickly. Asha has come up with this wonderful gift for the audience. Randomly, 2 people would be chosen from the audience, where you will have this beautiful opportunity to talk with the great speakers today for about 15 to 30 minutes. So check on your luck. So would you be one of them? Wait for it and never let go this particular wonderful opportunity. So who are those 2 audiences? So wait for it, and Asha will be definitely announcing that to all of you. Thank you so much, and thanks a lot for being a part of this wonderful group of Wiki. Hoping to have more such conversations with both of you. And thanks a lot for all the Wiki members who have been here, who made it so lively and wonderful, adding a lot of life to this. So I can't say how inspiring. I feel so much full today on this Saturday. So I think we need the entire day tomorrow to soak in all those wonderful points of discussions we had. Thank you so much to Asha, who's been such a great inspirer, and all the effort goes to her, and then to Padmaja as well. I would like to thank her, and then Ritu for your moderation completely. You really took that beautiful maneuvering in the very beginning itself. And then anything else, please do write to us. We are there on LinkedIn, and then also you can reach out to any one of us here, and then we will be definitely taking your questions back to the speakers, or if possible, we will address any of those requirements you have. Anything else, Asha? I'll leave it to you to make the complete closing. Over to you, Asha.
Thank you, Mamta. I think there is nothing really left for me to do. And I really love the way it is so well managed and moderated. Thank you, Mamta, and thank you, Ritu, and obviously Geetha and Rosy for being with us here, and each of the audience who's also beyond Wiki Circle. We want to thank each one of you who have been there.